We just got our first official look at episode 9 of the Amazing Digital Circus. Glitch dropped this trailer earlier today. We don't have a lot to go on. They don't give us too much, but what they did give us is making me see stars. Let's break it down shot by shot. First is a static shot of the circus itself. Desaturated, gray, lifeless, with the only color coming from beyond the circus, a place Caine called the Void. The fact that the Void is the only source of color, the only source of life in this picture is quite troubling. Next, we get a series of audio clips from different characters, interspersed with these quick cut montages of scenes from the episode. The first one is Pomni.
Are you sure?
Then Ragatha.
That means...
This first section is a recap, establishing where the story is and what the stakes are. The dialogue sounds like they just discovered something devastating about their situation. Next we get Zooble and Gangle together in a gray room. They don't look super thrilled. But what is this? It seems more 2D and abstract than the rest of the shot. Then we have Pomni's hand reaching out to Ragatha, who's clearly in despair over something, followed by a shot of Pomni looking small, alone, and concerned. The next audio is Ragatha saying,
Please, just...
But we see this creepy shot of Jax before we hear him say,
Now we have nothing.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
After that, the first shot of Jax looks concerned or possibly angry. Look how close up it is. It's intimate, personal. Kinger looks a little despondent, looking downward and seemingly deflating a bit. Maybe he knows something bleak he didn't want to have to share? Then we have a static silhouette of Jax. I hate to say it, but that's definitely not a good sign. The 3 shot of the others has them far above the perspective of the viewer, looking down on us from above. In judgment, maybe? This montage has put us in Jax's point of view. He still seems to be quite distant from everyone, literally and figuratively. As if to punctuate it, we have Jax standing in front of a column of light, looking like he's about to be judged in some way. The light is reminiscent of the end of episode 7, which dealt with escaping the circus. Did Jax just find the way out? Then we have Pomni and Ragatha looking sad or maybe a little defeated, possibly because of what they say next.
What do we do now?
I really wanted to help.
What were we shown in between these 2 exchanges? Jax. This section seems to be all about Jax's emotional state and his potential for abstraction. Then we see Zooble looking downward, Pomni sitting on what appears to be a staircase above a perpendicular one below off to the left. Where could she be going? Next it's Gangle, finally, but strangely she has the plastic comedy mask from the fast food episode. She didn't like that mask, so why is she wearing it now? She's also not looking like she's in very great shape at the moment. Ribbon joke? What could she be going through? Is it possible Jax isn't the only one dealing with the threat of abstraction? Then we have a time-lapse from outside the circus, followed by more shots of Jax. Time-lapses usually implies some time has passed between the previous shot and the current one, or it can mean we're moving to a new location, and in terms of focus, we do. We go back to Jax with 2 shots, one of him turning towards us and the other gesturing like so. The most interesting thing is Ragatha's reaction. She flinches with the gesture while holding herself in this concerning way. Finally, we get Pomni opening a door and looking in at us with concern. That shot is followed by her saying,
Jax?
As if the signs weren't bad enough for him already, it's followed with the longest and most consequential clip of the entire trailer.
Have you ever done something that you regret?
There is so much to see in just this one shot. Let's break it down. My first thought is this the past or the future? It could be either. I think the stars represent the minds of the people who have abstracted. They're above Caine's door, made into statues, and even on Jax's card. I'm finishing a video now of my theory that abstracted minds become a part of the circus code itself. That should be coming out next week, but the idea of it is that when characters abstract, they join the circus code through a hive mind that is controlled by this orb on Caine's desk. Interestingly, I noticed in the last few frames after the camera turns, and everyone is focused on Ribbit, or maybe the outline of Jax laying there, we can see this. I theorize in my upcoming video how the red structures around the globe are Caine's control mechanisms that let him benefit from the power of the abstracted minds, even if he doesn't understand exactly what it is or how it works. Is this a half-faded shot of Caine's desk? This could even be the globe he has there. Is this shot a picture of Jax's life inside the circus hive mind? Inside the orb, after he's abstracted and joined his friends? And that's all we get. Let's look back at the sequence in full. The first section establishes where we are and introduces some kind of stakes. Something not good is happening. Then we focus in on Jax, his issues, and how close he may be to abstraction. Then we get a section showing how that affects everyone else and how they do whatever they're going to do in response to all this, before we come back to Jax, and then, I believe, showing us his eventual fate. Abstracted, but back with the ones he cares about most. Maybe this is the happy ending for him at the end of the show. The other characters find a way to stabilize the world they live in, while those who can't handle the process or the hardships that accompany it, well, they abstract. But then it's not actually a bad fate for them after all, because it's a reunion with everyone he'd lost. While the friends on the outside stabilize their post-Caine world, on the inside of the circus hive mind, everything is exactly the way it should be. But what do you think? Do I have killer prediction skills, or am I just a hyper-fixated fan who talks too much? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, in tag, and catchphrase.
Wait!